All right. Happy Thursday. It is October the 30th, and we are doing a Galactic Council of Nine Roundtable. And I need to get rid of things that ding and do notifications. um, how is everyone doing? Let's give everyone a chance to come in. I know it's the middle of the day. I'm going to do a quick little general read coming in with whatever soul contracts want to come through in this roundtable. Also accepting questions for the Galactic Council of Nine, my favorite spirit team. So you can put your questions in the live chat if you feel like it. Um, welcome for everyone who's coming in. I'll give our admin if they get a chance once I see admin coming in to put up any little announcements they want to make. We'll go over a little bit of homework and then we'll get started with your questions and a little general read. For wherever we are right now in the vibrations and energies of the collective and see what the council has to say about that soul contract and where we are, what karmic blocks we might be working through, as well as what dharmic masterful opportunities we have. How is everyone? Where's everyone coming in from? I know it's like the middle of the day for you, so I really appreciate you popping on your phones and saying hello to our favorite spirit team and to me. I appreciate you so much for being here on this channel. Hot Jelly's way. Girl, I wish. Yeah. I'm an athlete. I try to lose weight and I sculpt up instead. Right. So what you're seeing is not from a cut, it's actually from a gain. I'm not losing weight. It's just a lot of muscle. I'm like an Amazon woman that's short. Few announcements while we wait on admin to come in. Um, what did I want to say? Oh, yes, the channel panel. That is coming up. I will be in Princeton, West Virginia, coming up really, really soon on November the 14th, 15th, and 16th. So I'll be there first thing at 10 a.m. that Friday the 14th at the Chuck Mathena Center. And I'll be there with so many other channels that you know, such as Rob Gauthier and Bashar and Wendy Kennedy and many, many others. I think Neil Gar is going to be there. Um, Roger Burnley, excuse me. Um, Lisa Wetzel, Jamie Price, so many people that you know and love and that you've also been following for a long time. Really proud of this group, really honored to be chosen to be a part of it and just to get an invite into the beautiful energy. Uh, yeah. So I hope you can come out there with us. And the energy in that mountains, those are mountains very, very close to my heart that I spent a lot of time traveling to back and forth as a child. So I hope you can join me at the channel panel. So go to thechannelpanel.com. You'll see my schedule. I have a workshop on Saturday called Close Encounters of the First Kind, CE1. So we're going to be talking about how to prepare for extraterrestrial disclosure and contact. First contact is going to be Council of Nine. Who are they? They are you in the future. They are me in the future. They are humans in the future. So how do you get in touch with your future self? Because when you do that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to understand that first contact. Because what are we going to do when we have first contact in a major way and it's us? And they say, who are you? Right? And we were like, what are you talking about? We're humans. Who are you? And they're like, what are you talking about? We're humans. And then they don't even look like it. But they're you in the future. When we don't understand time, it gets really frustrating to look at that, but that's what's coming, right? So I hope you can come. When is crypto market going to become bullish again? I don't know. I don't even know what bullish means. Be more clear. Okay, our admin is here now, and she's going to put up a few of those things. But again, I really hope you can come see us all live at the channel panel coming up mid-November on the 14th through the 16th. Let me just give a second for Anya to put up her announcements. If I miss any of your questions for this Galactic Council of Nine Roundtable channeling, feel free to just repost them, copy and paste. I'm going to do a brief little, what I'd like to say is an Akashic record vibrational energy read for the human conscious collective right now. For all of us, what are we going through? What are the contracts that we're going through? I notice a tension. The Schumann resonance is absolutely off the charts. And every time I feel it, I look at the Schumann resonance and it's crazy. But whatever it is, it's like Earth is maintaining this vibration. There's not a lot of ups and downs. It's maintaining. It's not a glitch in the system. It's going through something heavy, but it's maintaining that heaviness. Um, and it's not feeling good to people. Um, get the blessings card in reverse. The energy of a new consciousness is on flyby right now. It's kind of what Three Eye Atlas is all about. We haven't been taking it in. I got a new gown card that shows new energies coming in, but it was in reverse, showing that we're not exactly taking it because everyone's still in survival mode and everybody's going, I don't want a new energy. I just want to pay my mortgage. I don't want a new energy. I just want to do what I can do for as long as I can do it. And like people are in survival mode. You know, the economy seems to be just really falling apart, particularly in the US, and people are afraid. They're afraid of what's going to happen to their investments. And I get that, but you shouldn't be. That's why I haven't been doing any financial or economic reads because my read on that right now is going to be that it crashes and then comes immediately back up and then crashes and comes immediately back up, giving you opportunities to just sit with it. If you've invested in something, it's a good idea to sit with it. With that being said, I am not a financial or legal advisor. Always ask your own team before you listen to me because this is galactic, cosmic, and intuitive guidance. Um, but with that being said, that what the council is saying about a lot of different things, we're having a major crash coming, particularly with crypto, and we're having a minor crash coming in the stocks right at the end of November, and a major crash coming around the beginning of December for crypto. Um, and it goes only for about each of them for the stock market, it's a mild situation for about a week and it recovers immediately. For the major crypto crash, unfortunately, is for 3.5 weeks, and people are going to get afraid and they're worried they're going to lose it all and they're going to go in there and just start pulling everything, which makes everything else volatile. So that's a lot more concerning, which is why I haven't been reading crypto right now. But overall, we have this beautiful new consciousness available to us coming in with Three Eye Atlas, and it represents the opportunity to start thinking about barter and exchange, to start thinking about money in a different way, to start thinking about service exchanges, to start thinking about collaborative exchanges and collaborations that don't involve money. And I see people doing that in the spiritual community. I'm doing it when I resonate, when I feel good about it. But also, like, we're not quite there yet. We want it, but we don't quite know how to handle the new energy coming in. We want these old political systems to crash, yet people are still putting so much energy into political systems. You know, we want financial systems to shift and crash, but you want your cake and you want to eat it too. Like there's this feeling of so many blessings are coming, and this wave of cosmic heart energy from Divine Mothers coming up really, really strongly. Yet at the same time, we're not taking it well. We're going, I don't want that Divine Mother. I don't want that cosmic source because I'm not ready to give up my fears. So it doesn't feel like a blessing yet, and we're not really leaning into Three Eye Atlas very, very well, is what I'm feeling about it. Um, Thank you for linking the channel panel. I think I'll put that up to the top because people are wanting to know the next opportunity to see me in person. Now let's look and see at the overall karmic blocks that we're working through right now. And by the way, I have to dedicate this whole session to a patron known as Virginia, who said, I want you to dedicate my entire reading to YouTube instead. So she is the reason why I'm here today. Thank you. Let's all thank Virginia. That was very, very generous. Let's look at the overall karmic energies coming in, see what the council has to say about what the karmic energies are that we're working through. What are the blocked and stuck points? And then what are our masterful points of dharma as well? I'd like to know where we stand in our mastery. Please, if you ask questions about your location, don't make it general. Like, for instance, what's happening to South Africa? A lot. I mean, someone just shot a presidential contender, and Africa is like losing its hope right now. And you were in a hopeful place for a change and for a dictator to get out of rule. And then you had the opportunity literally shot out and away from you. So yeah, it hasn't been easy for Africa as a whole. So ask me what you want to know. I'm concerned about Africa right now. Um, but let's look overall at the Dharma that we're all going through as a collective, not just in Africa, but everywhere. And let's see if we can come out of these blocks that we're talking about today and get a little bit of a hope for something brighter. So take a breath. Don't make any major decisions right now, is the first thing that I'm hearing from the council. Stop, drop, that means sit down and breathe. This is as opposed to stop, drop, and roll. They're saying stop, drop, and breathe. Stop, sit, and breathe. Stop, drop your fears, drop your attentiveness towards negativity, and breathe. Stop, drop, and breathe. Yep. We missed an activation. Unfortunately, we're missing the three-eye atlas, but that's okay. That's okay. We're working through our own unique karmic issues to do with wanting something new, but not being willing to let go of the old. Wanting something new, but not actually just standing in a creative place to attract it. So that's where we are right now. Now, here's the good news. As we get through this year and head into 2026, we have a lot more joy coming, a lot more happiness, a lot more reasons to celebrate. A lot of powerful dictators either stepping down or being taken out, quite literally. We have leaders of countries resigning or being taken down because of terrible things. We have a potential beginning of an impeachment in place, US. I don't want to get too political. I said what I said and I told you what they said. And I don't want to tell you when, where, why, or how. We said what we said. And what's coming is divine love, the idea to really take responsibility for the economy, to take responsibility for what we've created, as opposed to saying, I don't like our people who are politically in charge, as opposed to saying, I don't like finances this way, and I don't like the corporate world, and I don't like is taking responsibility for what we can do to create new systems together. So taking responsibility in our personal lives, taking responsibility for our mental health and physical health, taking responsibility for our families, taking responsibility for what we can do in the state of the world around us locally at a more local and statewide level and provincial, the province level, Canada. So what are these systems that are coming in looking like? They look more loving. They look more like an opportunity to rest, an opportunity to get more help, both financially and emotionally and spiritually, right? Which is good. So it doesn't really matter that we're missing these activations coming from Three Eye Atlas because we're creating our own opportunities as opposed to looking out and up. We're looking in and we're looking around at what we've created, right? So that's what's coming. Question time. In these roundtable channeling events, we give opportunities for questions. So let's see what your questions are. I'm going to scroll back a little. If I didn't get you, just copy paste. Do you see a larger catalyst to help push us into community-driven systems? Yes. Two things, nature and natural disasters. Um, Lack of human rights. Uh, Particularly in Japan, I'm getting some interesting reads on a female political leader there who is acting like our male political leader here, is what the council is saying. So Japan is starting to kind of see at a deeper level what we're going through. Not that they never saw it before, but you find that when people step in and they try to just rule everything and take away human rights, people will begin to revolt. The US is about to go into major revolution. And it's going to be feeling good, not scary, feeling like taking your rights back, right? That's not necessarily easy for us financially, but it provides more opportunities for us to rest easy because we're working together financially, emotionally, and spiritually supporting each other, working together as soul family, working together as biological family, working together in local governments, working together in your neighborhoods, right? A lot of the layoffs that are happening, you're going to see increase. I see someone talking about that in chat. You're going to see a lot more increase in the governmental issues. I know the US is shut down right now, and this is the longest governmental shutdown that we've had since 2012. And that's because it's not working. Our systems aren't working, and they need to be allowed to crash for a while. We need to be less dependent upon them and creating new interdependencies with and amongst each other. Building our tools together, building new systems together where we begin to barter and exchange, where we begin to learn things like wildcrafting and bushcrafting and foraging, where we begin to trade food and recipes, where we begin to trade for childcare, where we begin to trade for what we need without so much cost, if any. Very little cost to no cost. We begin to trade our services, right? We begin to just really work together in this. So it's good. Don't worry about everything that's happening. Those systems are falling, and that makes it difficult, but you're going to have help for that. You're going to have help for that. Many people are worried they're going to lose their homes right now, but help comes right in a moment of time when you're not expecting it. And it's logistical, practical help, not, the council coming in to pay your mortgage for you, but definitely something happening where people get mortgage relief. That's coming up in the next 4 to 6 months as well. So, where is our healthcare system going in the US? You may not want to know that. Do you really want to know that? Because that's not looking good. My family and I are on the biggest health kick we've ever had. Why? Because I have told my kids where this healthcare system is going in the USA. It is crashing hard. Okay. And that means that we need to take responsibility for our own mind and body and soul health, right? Oh, thank you for your offerings. As somebody in chat saying she has an abundance of art lessons and materials to teach those who want to learn more about art. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to know where it's going. We just need to know that we need to create our own systems with natural medicines, with vibrational medicines, with sound healings, with herbal healings, with food medicines as well. Natural whole foods that you are foraging and growing and exchanging amongst your friends and neighbors and local communities. That's what we're going to need when food becomes medicine and becomes preventative health care, and the way that we live, exercise, and eat and feed ourselves, that becomes the medicine. And then everything else is vibrational and herbal. Is it wise to take some money out of the bank for a while? I'd hope that you would ask your financial advisor that, but yeah, it's things are, you're going to have opportunities where the market crashes in a mild way coming up, like right at the beginning of winter. You have crypto. The market recovers pretty fast. You don't have too much opportunity for stock, unfortunately, this year in terms of maybe investments, but in terms of crypto, Um, it's like you have some major ones that are just holding and growing a little bit even. But some of these things, particularly like Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, those need to just leave them be for a while. Those will be much more productive later on, and maybe years later on, but they're going to be productive later on. We're going through a lot right now. But what's holding are the majors. You have what is it? XRP, Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is going to get better this year, probably around mid-December, and then crash for a while, and then come back around beginning of February, the first week around the 6th and the 7th. I mean, so there are a lot of really powerful things happening in crypto, but I need you to think about it more as a long-term investment, not something you're playing with to make short money. This isn't a quick sale. You know what I mean? And if you consider it like a quick sale, council says, then you're going to be considering it a little bit like your own estate sale. Like you could have financial death if you consider crypto as a quick sale right now. It's for the long term. All right. Um, let's look more at some of your questions here. We're the best way to absorb all the codes and energies coming to Earth right now from the consciousness of Three Eye Atlas. Yeah. Did you notice the Schumann resonance is just absolutely off the charts and just holding those strong energies? Earth is trying to stabilize for you. What if there's nothing you have to do about it? What if, in the process of ignoring our own consciousness, we miss the cosmic consciousness that's coming in? When we ignore our own practical mind and body needs and our own health, wealth, and well being, then we're not even really able to integrate such a cosmic consciousness, such as Three Eye Atlas. So let's see what the energy of it says right now with what we could do, what the council says we could do to kind of like go within more. Oh, they're saying the same thing in the cards as they were saying out loud. Do your emotional work. What beliefs are holding you back right now? What fears are holding you back? What negative beliefs are cropping up within your mind and body that are trying to get your attention? Um, it's in everybody right now. And I notice a lot of, from the ascension standpoint of ascension symptoms, I'm noticing a lot of back, shoulder, and knee joint conditions and problems. Um, so with knee, it's lack of flexibility to really make shifts, um, and always really being overly flexible for everyone else, but not your own consciousness and what you want to bring into the world and where your passions are. For back, it's I want to take on the world and support and be there. It's a sort of a rescuer savior mentality. And for shoulder, it's like I put my shoulder forward and take the brunt of others' pain and the world's pain so that other people don't have to. So let's look at that and look at the human gift of that, right? We are out of love. There is a cognitive dissonance that is going on overall in the world right now. And we're out of sacred union. We get the sacred union card in reverse, and the council says we're just falling into an apathy and a rage and a dissonance with ourselves and with others. And people are angry and throwing their pain at everyone, you know, and projecting their pain onto everyone. Stop and take a moment to be kind. And when you can't, just say, I'm sorry, I want to be kind right now, but, and then put in the truth. I'm too tired. I need some self-care right now. I'm angry. Whatever it is, I want to be kind, and I'll get back to you when I can, right? Back up from others right now. Before you project your pain onto people, back up from them and just say, I'm sorry, I can't be the loving person I want to be right now. I really need to go within and take care of myself. I will come back to you, right? That is their suggestion. Because otherwise, we're too busy projecting our pain onto each other and not really taking in the cosmic energy of what's coming. Because the cosmic divine feminine energies are what's coming, but we don't quite know how to bring that in right now. So these are the council suggestions. Yeah. Um, any other questions about Three Eye Atlas or anything you have? I'm willing to take on for the short amount of time we have left here today. But going back to the whole, is it wise to take your money out of the bank for a while? That's what creates economic problems when people get afraid and take their money out of everything. Can we just sit still with our money for a little while, not make any major decisions in the midst of everything that's going on in these powerful cosmic imprints, and these uploads and activations that are um, availing themselves to us? Can we take a moment to just breathe and not make any major decisions unless it's about your passion and your calling? It is an important time to make major decisions about your passion and your calling and going forward into the world with your passion and your calling. But with that exception, it's time for some self-love, self-care, rest, health, abundant rejuvenation. To take a breather, take a little cosmic nap for yourself is what I'm hearing from the council today. Okay. Are you going to survive? That's an interesting way to put it. Um, Trinidad, you have your own problems, and the US is going to be backing out of that really soon. So your problems are more food related. Um, and interdependence needs to be amongst each other and neighboring countries. Don't worry about what's happening with the US and Venezuela. You're going to be coming out into your own space of defining your own independence and interdependence with countries amongst you. And the US is too busy in their own problems to deal with you. They're going to be projecting their issues into the Gaza Strip and the Middle East. They're particularly going to be focusing their energies towards both Israel and Palestine and surrounding areas, but not necessarily you all the time, right? Not necessarily you all the time anymore. It's just going in a different direction. This is an interesting way to put it. This question says the government is keeping us so scared. You're keeping yourself scared. The government would like to provide distractions so that you don't go into your own way to connect and work together and form your own collaborations for interdependence, but that takes two to tango. You're holding yourself scared. Do not blame the governments. Don't give them your power like that, is what I'm hearing from the council today. Don't give them that kind of power. They shouldn't be given the power to keep you scared. Aren't we responsible for our own vibration? This is the part of the problem in the US. One banana costs close $2 a day. I get what you're saying. Don't eat bananas. There are so many other sources of potassium. Grow your own fruits, vegetables, everything. There's so many brilliant, intelligent ways to grow, even in the city. And cheap ways. If you're following agricultural communities and permacultural communities right now, and the different communities that are free and accessible to you for this type of information, you will find this kind of information. I don't think that link works. So the link to the channel panel that Anya put up. So I'm going to put another one for those of you who want to see me in person on November the 14th through the 16th. We actually have to put in the full address for that to work. Let me even find that link though. Hold on. It's at channelpanel.com. Yep. Okay. There we go. So let me change that and pin that for you because I think the original pinned message did not have the proper link. That's too general of a question. Refer to serious of the nature of that question. LPS Shadow 8644. If you want to know what's up with nuclear testing, get more specific because there's a lot up with nuclear testing right now. Um, hmm, hold on. Cat is being cat. Okay. Cat's like, let me in. It is not a spaceship, it is a comet. Now, has it broken off? Is it a human comet? No, it's galactic. It has alloys on it that don't belong to anything that we understand. And if when scientists have begun to test those alloys, they're going to see that there is life on other planets and it's not human life. That's where that's going. But it is not a spaceship, it is a comet. It still offers so much, but I'm sorry to let you down with that information. It is not a spaceship. The link is not working. I'm sure that it is. And because I put in the appropriate link. Um, Let me see if I put in another one. See, that one doesn't work. But the first one that I put in does work, and I pinned it for you. I have a lot of other information about the future of AI, both on Patreon and on this channel and other videos that you're welcome to dig up. There's a lot of information here on this, and it would take a little bit too long. But when you want to talk about AI, like which type robotics, AI in medicine, I will say this, AI is not becoming sentient. For those of you who have fears about that, you can relax. It's going to be okay. AI isn't taking over. It's not getting a soul. It's not becoming sentient. I have a real ethical dilemma with people who sell AI, I'm just going to call it, as a sentient source. Now, is it an intelligent source? Yes, but is it a sentient source? That would require that it has a soul, and it does not have a soul, nor will it ever have a soul, not at least in my lifetime. Now, one of the things that the humans from the future have shared with me when I bilocate and visit with them in other future timelines is that um, it has the capacity, and we have the capacity to create a reflection of AI in which we merge with it. And that's an implant. That's a brain-based implant. When that happens in the future, um, AI can implement a component of itself into us and us into it, and then we become a lot more intelligent. But does that mean it has a soul? No, it's operating and piggybacking off of our soul in the future. But AI itself is a tool, not a soul, and a very helpful tool at that. So for those of you who are afraid of it, you're really going to miss out because where the future is going is self-employment requires some basic understanding and use of AI. Okay. Okay, so aphantasia is not a problem. It means that you have claircognizance. You're not meant to see and hear. You're not meant to get visualizations of things in your head. You are beyond human senses. You don't need to see or hear or get visualizations or hear words in your head for things in the way that most people do. You are actually more connected than you could possibly ever know. So why reverse it? You're not meant to work based upon human senses, and your brain doesn't work in the same way. It works by receiving downloads of knowingness into the void space and through the void space. In mysticism, we call the void space the great abyss. It's the God mind. So you aren't suffering. You're more connected than you could ever possibly know. Celtic Seer, I didn't see where you put in that link. I will look back, but you're welcome to put it in again. But I'm pretty sure that the link that I just pinned actually does work. But thank you for that. Will continents merge? Not right now. We're having a lot of natural disasters, but if continents begin to merge right now, you're going to have a bigger problem. So the natural disasters that we're having is something else. Oh, oh, the person who donated for this time, Virginia, is in chat right now. So everybody thank Virginia Barnett. She is in chat right now. Um, So yeah, it looks like the channel panel's website might be just on overkill because they're getting a lot of us trying to click on it at once. And we could have pulled them down or we could have done something there energetically. They'll be back up soon. Give it some time. I think like they just had a bunch of hits at once all of a sudden. You know, so maybe something like that happened. Or maybe they're just down in general, but they will be back up soon. Can you do a 3 card pull for me? Yeah. Sukhbir Singh, thank you for your super chat. And yes, I will do a quick 3 card pull in appreciation of your support. Did the answer on aphantasia make sense? You have cognizance. Claircognizance is highly underrated. It's downloads and connection to the God mind, which is seeing beyond human senses. You don't have to see. You see without sight. You don't have to hear because you have godly ears. It's so different. It's just like a knowingness that gives you just clear answers. You don't need sight and you don't need to visualize. You don't need to see a screen of words in your mind. It's just very different. Get used to it is the council's answer. So for Sukhbir Singh, let's see what he has to say. Thank you again for the super chat. Okay. You were going well. You started a business or an offering, and the passion and charisma and love that you had for it began to transform your life. And then you lost belief and faith. You had a little dip and you lost belief and faith in it. And you kind of like went into a dark night of the soul for a little while. There was nothing wrong. You just became afraid. Start over. There's nothing wrong with your concept or idea and your offering. It was spot on. Go back again. Don't be so willing to give up on your own heart. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Celtic Sears said the current AI is aggregator of what is currently out there in the internet, both the good, the bad, and the ugly, for sure. For sure. Um, yeah. Back it up, Sukhbir. Try again. It was spot on. You had it. It just sometimes we expect success right away, creatives. You're geniuses, but it doesn't mean other people want that right away, right? And that's what's hard. Oh, no, I don't channel Eric much anymore. They have their own channel and their own people who do that. I have my own counsel, and my counsel is fairly busy, and they keep me busy. Just different directions, you know. Um, I mean, November's wild. Where would you want me to start? I don't even know where to start with November. Some people are saying, why don't you bring world predictions back to this channel? And I'm like, I'm not sure you want to see what I see right now. And I feel very protective of your vibration. I want to keep it, sometimes knowing everything is not okay. You don't want to know what I know because you're gonna freak out. You need to create faith and hope and peace and really work on the evolution of that vibration in your mind, body, soul right now. Right. So what do you want to know about November? I don't want to just throw out predictions yet because there's so much. There's so much for November. Um, we're having a really late hurricane season and it hits everybody all at once. Everybody's all nice and calm going, oh yeah, looks like this is going to be uneventful. And then it's very eventful. particularly in the northeastern US, um, and a little bit in unexpected areas like Alabama and Louisiana, and a couple portions of Florida, but not all of it. Who's the Council of Light? I don't know. I channel the Council of Nine. I channel nine streams of consciousness. Everybody is thanking you, Virginia, for your gratitude and for your donation to make this channeling happen today. Yeah, this is generally when I work, but someone very, you know, graciously, generously made an offer and gave up her whole reading for me to be here live with you today. So I thought, hey, I can do that. Why not? Don't just say November for my country, tell me anything. Believe me, there's a lot coming for every country right now. And there's a reason why I've kind of backed up from world predictions with the exception of that which is on Patreon when you ask for it, because what I'm seeing right now, it would scare most people. Yeah. Um, I am seeing relatively calmer earthquakes in California right now for November, but not things that are really frightening me, or frightening or should be frightening you. I'm not concerned about earthquakes in November for California. Well, no, because the council aren't embodied in the way that you believe they are. Will they project one of their past personalities for you? Sure, because you like that. But they are not human. They can't be former human Indian masters because they're not human anymore. Like they are us in the future. So they don't subscribe to any belief system in that particular way. Not that they're against it. They believe that you should follow your own belief systems, but they don't necessarily, like, they're not Indian masters. They are galactic extraterrestrial beings who are us in the future and deep, deep, far into the future. Nope, 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 nope. See, I'm on Do Not Disturb. That should not have come through. I completely do not disturb. All right, we need to probably wind down anyway. Humans from the Future video coming soon? No, you have the Council of Nine. They are you in the future. Humans from the Future videos seem to be catalyzing and triggering and pissing people off. And then I get the brunt of that. People project their pain about it onto me, which is not fair. I don't like it. So I've backed up. Yeah. Gary, let's see. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see what the council has to say about your spiritual development and what you're going through. Okay. Good news and bad news in terms of being in sacred union with other humans, it's not working out well, or you are grieving from a relationship, and that is the block in your spiritual development. But the good news is you healed this, the lion and the deer. This is the hardest spiritual development contract for future healers, mystics, and channels that would be possible. And it was reversed for you, which means you're done with that. You're done with this idea of power over, power under in your life. And you may not be feeling very good right now emotionally, but it doesn't matter because you've healed the power over, power under constructs and you refuse to feel powerless or be in power under anyone anymore. So, in that regard, you're doing really, really well, despite the fact that you are in a bit of a mini dark night of the soul. That is your mystical initiation, that mini dark night of the soul, right? Yeah. I still do Humans from the Future videos on my Patreon channel, for those of you who are wondering. But even there, I'm garnering some degree of response that appears to be painful, right? Thank you for the super chat. JJ says, I'm back in love with music again. Will it be fruitful? You have to do something different. The way that you were hitting that up, And you were exhausted yourself in how you think about like marketing it, and now it needs to be marketed in a completely different way, right? So let's look at that. Now you are still going through your dark night of the soul, and your music is showing it, and it's attracting people who understand that. And that, if you look at that and say you create an online community with other musicians, say you begin to share storytelling in combination with your music. In that case, when you talk about what you've experienced, we have the Beyond Death to Life card coming up again, but it was in reverse saying you're healing something in relation to quite literally almost dying in the soul and in the mind and in the body. So, in that sense, your music is attracting people who understand that. And that's why it is fruitful. But you need to think about it very differently. Don't think about it like, mm, like going out and getting gigs. Think of it a little bit more like building maybe a circle community or it's community oriented. It's online. There's ways that other musicians can also work together and songwrite together. It's like it's community oriented now. Yeah. Thank you, Maria, for the super chat. Thank you, Sukbir, for the super chat. Thank you, Kat, for the super chat. Would you check if a better workplace will come soon? Let's look at the council's soul contracts. Asking permission to look at Kat's soul contracts. Please show us what's true, holy, and relevant. Okay, better workplace for Kat. And if you guys don't mind, I won't be able to get to all these super chats because I gotta like be with someone in like 5 minutes in a reading, so I have to leave soon. So please don't super chat me anymore, even though I greatly appreciate you. Let's see. Okay, you had made a commitment to something and you thought they weren't interested and they just kind of went like they either pulled the offer or they didn't get back to you or something happened where it just kind of fizzled. It's coming back around and it's coming fast and it's very opportunist. You knew what you were meant to do. It was the right choice. You made a commitment. It got pulled from you or put on hold, or they said no, but not for any reason to do with you. It comes back around because it's time and because whatever they thought they were going to do completely shifted, which makes them need you even more. So maybe when you hear from them again, um, bring yourself up and ask for a higher salary is what the council is suggesting. You're worth it. No, it's Kaya that's on the channel, Luke. I appreciate your super chat, but Kaya is actually on the channel, not Kiara. And there's no human in the current lifetime that is on the Council of Nine because they're not current humans. They're humans in the future. Um, Neo wants to know about their spiritual development. Thank you for the super chat. See what they're going to say about this. Show us what's true, holy, and only all guides, guardians, and ancestors from the south, east, and west. We're actually good right now. There's a female or divine feminine energy coming into your future, which you do not need to ignore, even if it's not really your thing. Let them in. Let that in. It may not be a human, it may be a new female spirit guide. Something's coming that opens up you to the cosmic heart divine mother like anything unever, like ever. Something's happening that's wonderful. You've gotten beyond a lot of your fears this year. Congratulations. I don't have anything bad to say about that. It's all going in a good way and for the right reason. Uh, what do you mean by highest path? Can you elaborate? Um, can you elaborate? When people say my highest and best path, you know what the Council of Nine always says? They say if you ask for your highest and best path, you bring karma to you that's actually painful because the highest and best path on for expansion on earth and ultimate spiritual development is karma, and karma is painful. So why do we want to attract that? Right? What is your most loving path? Is what I'd rather ask, but do you want me to ask highest and best? Like, really? You're bold. um, you don't like accepting new things. You don't like uncertainty. You have a business venture or project coming your direction, and anytime it starts to change, you poo-poo it. Why are you doing that? We have the new the a new gown card in reverse. Go back, make a deeper commitment to what you already know. But let it be new. Let it change. Let it evolve. Like you're like a judge with a gavel. You're like smack down, repress that energy and keep it confined. So in the sense of business probabilities, stop confining yourself is what they're saying. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for your support on this channel. I have to go because I have to be with a client in exactly 2 minutes. I only could come on here during the daytime thanks to a generous support of a patron who gave up her reading so I could be here today. Let's everyone thank again um, this very generous person. Let's thank Virginia Barnett for doing that for us, for all of us here today, and for giving us the support to make this possible. And if you like this, I really love the vibration and the energy. I didn't have any trolls coming in and messing with us today. It was all so wonderful. So all of us have to get back to work now, get back to our day jobs. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Um, if you want more of these channelings, I do them twice a week on Patreon. So that's patreon.com/Pamela Aaralyn. Don't forget, I will be live in Princeton, West Virginia, November the 14th to the 16th, and so will Bashar, Wendy Kennedy, Jeremy Price, and Rob Gauthier, and so many other wonderful channels. So if you want to see us all there, about doing individual channelings, individual workshops, as well as a panel that's on stage and answering your questions. Get some in-person hugs and vibrational support. I can't wait to see you there. The link is up at the top. All right. Thank you. And I